Hi everybody. Today we're going to transform the very popular Korg SQ1 sequencer, which is a standalone model, into a Eurorack format module. This sequencer is extremely popular in the synth community. This should make a lot of people happy. I'd like to share it with you. Let's get right into it. Good news, I was on the Etsy app and I found a German company named Spiller Photo. That's all one word. The product they manufacture is named DSQ1, Eurorack mounting frame. It's available in different colors when you're ordering the DSQ1. I just wanted a plain black and white. So if you'd like the same, choose Schwarz and Weiss as your color. That's black and white. A black frame with white lettering. It's a very affordable solution at only $20 plus shipping to the US for $10. Step 1, we're going to need to disassemble the Korg SQ1 sequencer. There are a total of 10 screws. Please note, not all screws are the same. The 4 on top are removed with the number 2 Allen wrench. I recommend picking up the complete set from Home Depot, so you definitely find the correct size for this Korg. Like the one I'm using in the video, this one has every size Allen key. This way you can be sure that you have the right size. There are 4 small Phillips head screws that we need to remove from the Korg's front and back. These screws can be really tight, so I suggest using pliers to turn the screwdriver with some leverage from the top. They are the same size as the Eurorack mounting screws for modules. Step 2, once you get all the screws out, let's carefully separate the Korg's outer case. That's done by pulling down on the side slowly and delicately because we don't want to accidentally disconnect the inner battery cable. Lastly, there are 2 standard size Phillips screws to be removed on the battery cover plate underneath. Step 3, we need to use a flathead screwdriver to begin to loosen the outer edge of the thin glued battery port. Please note we have to cut a slit where the battery cables are, so be very careful not to cut the cables. Just cut a slit, downward. I would advise you to just move the cables to one side. This way you could cut the slit in the battery port much easier without cutting any cables. We need those cables. Our goal is to keep the battery port safe, but we also need to remove the battery port so we can finally remove the SQ1's bottom shell. And that's the reason for cutting the slit in the battery port and pushing it over to one side. This way we can get the battery cables and part of where you put the batteries in through safely. Step 4, we'll slip the sequencer into the DSQ1 Eurorack mounting frame. Now we can use the 4 Allen screws to reassemble along the top. Let's put them back in the top. Be careful not to lose the washers. Step 5. Let's slip the battery port back into place. Use the separated side that we separated earlier. Once the battery connector is back into the battery port, let's put the Korg's SQ1 bottom shell back in place to keep things safe. I recommend using a super glue. The one I used on this project is called Loctite. It can bond any two surfaces together really strongly, and I highly recommend it. Please note not to get any glue on the battery port. After gluing all the edges, let it sit for like 24 hours to make it look a little better. Is use a little black duct tape like I did and just duct tape all the parts you glued. Doesn't need the tape to stay together. It just looks nicer. But don't tape over or don't glue down the battery cover because we need to put the batteries in and take them out. Please subscribe to future videos at Electronic Workshop. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support. Thumbs up.